Hey, what's up guys? Rob here, and I'm back with a brand new tag video. This one is called the Horror Sequel Tag. There are 9 questions in total. Nothing really too hard. Some of them you might have to think about, but it seems like a lot of fun. So I'm going to tag some people at the end of the video, so stay tuned. So this one was created by me, and yeah, like I said, 9 questions. Let's get to them. Question number 1. Your favorite horror sequel? Child's Play 2 for me. I love Child's Play 2, the Toy Factory thing. I consider it way better than Child's Play 1, even though I like Child's Play, the trilogy, Child's Play 1 through 3. Child's Play 2 is definitely, it's one that stands out to me as a fantastic horror sequel. I was going to say Friday the 13th Part 3, but you know, because that movie has a lot of nostalgic value for me since it was the first horror film I ever saw and first horror film that I ever collected. But I had to just say Child's Play 2 because I like it way more than Friday the 13th Part 3. So that is my answer to question number 1. Question number 2, what is the worst horror sequel in your opinion? Well, for me, it's no question. Jaws: The Revenge. This is not a guilty pleasure. This is a piece of garbage. Okay, a shark that wants revenge on the Brody family, follows Mrs. Brody all the way to the Bahamas, and terrorizes her, and you know, terrorizes Michael Caine in his stupid plane, and you know, growls and comes up out of the water like a goddamn dolphin and gets stabbed by the... I don't know what the hell they were thinking. I mean, this is the worst horror sequel of all time, in my opinion. Number 3. The most underrated horror sequel, in your opinion. For me, it is Jaws 2. Jaws 1, you have a masterpiece, right? Jaws 3, most people consider as a guilty pleasure. And Jaws: The Revenge, the worst of the bunch. But you never hear people talk about Jaws 2. It's just sitting there, like in the dust, like no one ever talks about it. For me, I consider it a great horror sequel, a great sequel to the franchise, and underrated for sure. Number 4, the most overrated horror sequel in your opinion. For me, Halloween 2018. I said this in my top 10 overrated horror films video. I just, you know, it's just my opinion. I think this movie's, you know, really overrated. People consider it, like I said, the answer to what we've been wanting for Halloween films, and I think they could have done better, to be honest. And I'm not saying this movie's garbage at all. I'm not saying I even hated it. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was great. I thought it was good. But I definitely think it's overrated. So, number 5. What is the best? What is the best death scene in a horror sequel? Well, for me, there's one that stands out, and that is the scene from The Collection with the rotating spike thing, where he kills all those people, which is kind of reminiscent of Ghost Ship. In the beginning of Ghost Ship, when those people are dancing on the platform, this razor wire comes along and starts killing everybody, you know, like cutting their arms off, splitting them in two, and they all fall to the floor bleeding and disemboweled and all that. Really, really cool. It kind of happens like that in this one, but it's a scene that you would never forget, and it really ramps things up when it comes to the sequel. So The Collection, the rotating thing, death scene for me. Number 6, what horror sequel had the best gore effects? For me, that would be Jason Goes to Hell. Even though people don't care for the film, you cannot deny that the effects were great. I mean, the gore effects. You had the guy eating the heart in the beginning. Even the unrated director's cut shows a lot more, especially in the tent where they're having sex and he stabs the girl through the stomach with the pole and then goes like this and splits her in half. Now, the R-rated doesn't even show that much, but they don't hold back with the director's cut. They show everything. So I don't know. I thought the effects were top-notch in this movie. And like I said, even though people don't really care for the film, you cannot deny that the effects were great. And I would also consider this to be an underrated sequel. Okay, so we're on to number 7, and what is a sequel that you used to hate, but now you love? No question for me, that is Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. I used to hate this movie when I was younger. I didn't know any better. I used to hate it because I'm like, why is it called Halloween 3? It has nothing to do with Michael Myers. It has nothing to do with him. So this stuck out like a sore thumb when I had the collection. I'm like, well, this is just going to sit there. I'm not going to watch it. I was stupid. You know, not only does this have great music and a great story, but it's definitely Halloween themed. As far as like, if you're gonna watch something on Halloween, this is definitely the movie. And they could have just called this Season of the Witch and it still would have been good. But the fact that they wanted to try something different, and they did. But the fan base wanted Michael back. Everyone wanted Michael back. But I consider this movie to be a film that I used to hate, but now I love. Number 8. A horror sequel that you used to love, but now you hate. For me, I could think of one. When it comes to the actual series, I'm not a big fan anymore. But at the time, I will admit, I used to love this movie, and now I can't stand it. Paranormal Activity 2. Since this is like the success of the first movie, because the first movie did so well, and was considered one of the creepiest films, and I like the first movie for what it is. I actually think they should have just left it alone and just had one movie. But no, they can't do that. They can't leave it alone. It makes money. They came out with this, which was the same damn thing, except for there were more cameras around the house. It was the same formula. The same kind of stuff that you could expect. They kept showing the pool, and then the backyard, and then inside the house, and the kitchen, and the living room, and the stairway, and the baby's room. Something would happen in the baby's room, then nothing would happen, then they'd show the pool again, and then it was like, I don't know, it was like a broken record. It's like they kept showing the same stuff, and then something small would happen, and then that's it. And then it would do it again, and then again. And then again, oh my God, it got so annoying. This series got annoying, to be honest. So for me, a sequel that I used to love but now I hate would be Paranormal Activity 2. Okay, the last question. Question number 9. What is the best ending to a horror sequel, or the best ending in a horror sequel? For me, that would be H2O. When she cuts his head off. When Laurie Strode finally cuts off Michael's head and kills him. That was the greatest moment in cinematic history, in horror cinematic history, let me tell you. And it was a great theater experience. And I've always talked about this, where I was in the theater and everyone stood up and clapped and started cheering on Laurie when she does that. People were like, yeah, like, oh my God. And then it ends. It was the perfect ending, people. Then they came out with fucking Resurrection. I mean, oh, Michael, that actually wasn't Michael, it was a paramedic. Okay, he stripped his clothes off, put the paramedic's clothes on, and disappeared in the shadows like he's fucking Mission Impossible, like he's Ethan Hunt. And like, you know, and the paramedic is where Michael is, in Michael's outfit. And then, of course, the reason why he can't talk is Michael crushed his voice, or his throat, so he can't talk. But he can still take off the mask, but then people are like, well, Laurie wouldn't know what he looks like. Other people would be able to identify him, such as the other paramedics and other people, but whatever, fuck it. This had one of the best endings to a horror sequel. One of the best. I can't even describe what it was like in the theater that night. It was great. And I still think it's great after watching it. So for me, this one has the best ending. So there you go. 9 questions I have to do with horror sequels. Here are the people that I'm going to tag. And if you participate in this, you can tag other people if you want. But right off the top of my head, I'm going to pick Horrific Nightmares JM, Sean Urshan, Bronco Juggalo, The Horror Man, Andrew Bellina, Lisa Loves, HorrorFan34, and Lauren's Collection. Lauren, I'm not sure if you do tag videos or not, but I really like your content, and you comment on a lot of my videos and stuff like that, so I thought I would give you a shout out and see if you want to participate in this. Like I said, you don't have to. It's just out there if you want. And anybody else who wants to participate, please go ahead. By all means. This is just for fun. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I can't wait to hear your guys' answers. And those of you who don't want to make a video or response, down in the comments is fine. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. This is Rob signing off, and I'll see you guys next time.